everyone, and welcome back to another of Auntie Tammy's Mission Adventures. Here we have
Layla, Shayla,
Nathaniel.
and I'm Auntie Tammy, and I'm thrilled to be back with you another Sabbath to share with you one of the special moments that I shared in the mission field. I was in Guyana, in South America, and I was in Argentina and Brazil and Suriname and Romania for many years, and the Lord's really blessed me. And I wanted to share some of the exciting things with my daughter, my niece, my nephew, and with you as we enjoy some exciting stories of what people can experience in the mission field. Today's mission story, the memory verse that I have chosen, or the Lord's placed on my heart for this one, is from Romans 12, verse 2. And Shayla is going to read that one for us. Romans 12, verse 2.
and it says, "Do not be conformed to this age, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind, so that you may discern what is good, pleasing, and perfect will of God."
Good. So that means that we do not have to try and fit in with anybody else. Do you think that?
Yes.
Well, we can be different. It's okay to be different. Yes? Okay. So this story, it's called Birds Over Cashew. Does that make any sense? Sounds a bit strange.
Yeah.
So it sounds like, what does it sound to you? Birds over cashew.
You sound like
That
cashew.
birds are above
Sound like
cashew.
cashew. Birds are above cashew.
Or they're fighting cashews.
They were fighting for cashews. Actually, no, it's the cashew over the bird with this one. You'll hear it. Choosing the title was kind of okay, which one should I choose? But yeah, it was the cashew over the bird in this situation. So what happened is, within my first few months of being in the jungle, a mission team came from America and they helped us to do some things on the school. One of the ladies there really fell in love with the students, and she wanted to be able to help them. Yeah, so she messaged and she's like, "I would like to bless the children. What can I do?" And it was coming up to Easter break, so I thought of all sorts. Maybe I can buy little hair clips for all the girls, and maybe I can buy some socks for all the boys. But then it just did not feel special. So I thought, I prayed, I'm like, "Lord, what's best?" And I'm like, a volleyball. They've always wanted a volleyball. So I said, "Yes, thank you. Would like to buy a volleyball." So she sent the money and I researched and I found the best volleyball, brought it back and I presented it to the students and I told them who it came from and they were so excited. So the boys and some of the men went into the jungle further in. They cut down the perfect sticks so that they can put the poles up and tie the net to it. And we cleared a perfect spot in the sand. We made sure there were no stumps there to harm anyone when we do like really huge dives to ensure the ball would not go outside. Have you guys ever played volleyball before?
A little bit.
A little bit. Have you ever
Yeah.
had to do a dive to catch the ball?
No.
Well, on the sand it was so easy because we knew we weren't going to hurt ourselves. So we made sure it was all clean, it was all clear, and it was just the perfect place. The students, every break time, they would be out there. For them to come in, I did not have a bell. So I took one of the little pans from the school, and it became the bell, a pan and a spoon. And I would knock, boom, 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 and that was the bell, and it was the bell for all the years that it was there, and it worked. The students knew, and nobody was allowed to hit that when it was not time to bring them in or send them out, because they needed to know the voice of the bell. Yeah, so getting them in was a bit of a struggle because they were enjoying playing volleyball. So not just the students, us who lived on the campus also were thoroughly enjoying playing volleyball after we finished all our chores in the farms and in the kitchen and chopping the wood and carrying water, everything we had to do. We would play some volleyball before it was time to dive in the creek to have a nice afternoon swim and bath, creek bath. And so we were playing one afternoon, and then I heard, whoa! And it was this, I looked up, and this flock, huge flocks of birds, they came in and they were just making different formations and shapes. And it would stay for like a few seconds and it would change into another set. And oh, volleyball was finished because we were all like, wow, just watching forever. And I'm asking, has this ever happened before? And they're like, no, I've never seen this before. And because I was not sure where I was, I did not know that the closest village to the right was 6 miles away, and the closest village to the left was over in the neighboring country in Suriname, but it was so far away. So I didn't know that. I thought maybe there was some airstrip or something further up and they had a bird sanctuary. My mind of the outside world, and they were having, maybe they have a bird sanctuary and they trained the birds to make these formations. That's what I thought. So I'm asking the students and they're like, no, we've never seen this before. But this was where things changed. While we were watching the birds, I heard a squeal, and then I looked around and there was this little girl, 12, 13, dashing off into the bush on the other side of the volleyball court. And I'm like, the dean, principal, lead, I ran out. What's wrong? Where's she going? What could be more important than this beautiful bird formation going on in the sky? And she ran across and she went under the tree and she grabbed something and she bit into it. And I'm like, what is that? And all the other children now were like, whoa. And they were so happy. And what was it? A cashew. A cashew fruit. And I'm like, cashew? Leila's laughing because she understands. A cashew fruit? What? So she apparently found the first cashew of the season.
Wow.
It was the first one on the tree, and she so happened, while we were all there looking at the birds, look across and she saw the little red shape, and it looked like what we call apples in Jamaica. Yeah. And she picked, like for me, cashew is that super expensive nut that you get in the supermarket. No, she picked the nut off, which is what they do. She just threw it and she was eating the fruit. And because of them just eating the fruit and throwing the nut, they had cashew trees growing wild in that village. Amazing. If you want to make some money, talk to me. We can go to the village and we can get all the cashews and make them. But for me, it was the fact that here was everybody standing up, looking at something that was amazing. But even though for her it was also really nice, she felt it was okay to break away and go get something that to her was also important. She could have said, oh, I'm leaving that because here is where we all are and this is what we're all looking at. So I'm going to look at just this instead of going to what she knew was also important. Cashew is one of the main fruits that they depend on over there to keep nourished. There are cashews, there are mangoes, there's awara, but they don't have the huge variety of fruits that we have out here. So this cashew was really important. It's juicy. The vitamin C that's in it is absolutely amazing. Yeah, but she broke away from the pack to go and get something that was really important. She saw the reason to not conform, but to go away and do what was also important. And I know that might just be a small thing. It might just be, like, oh, wait, but that's only But to be able to break away from something, to move away and do something else that's important, how easy is that, young people?
Not that easy.
It's not easy, huh? Even if you're seeing it and it looks so good, because what everybody is doing is right here, it's hard to go away, isn't it? And then you see somebody else go step away and they do it and you wish it was you, but here you are conforming to the world. Yeah? So, my mission adventure today, yes, as this young lady chose to break away from that nice volleyball court, from the bird formation that was so amazing, to go get this thing that was important. It is the same thing for us. It might be hard to break away, it's easy to conform, but I hope that you will learn that, as it says in Romans 1 verse 2, that don't fit into the mold of the world. Be transformed by renewing your mind and asking Jesus to change your hearts. Yes? Does that make sense to you?
Yes.
Is there anything that you can say, I think I can step away with this today? What would you like to share with the other children who are watching?
With the cashew.
Yes, what? Loudly.
I was done from the cashew.
Yeah.
Because the birds sang when they were showing, it was exciting.
It's exciting. So if you think it also is important to watch something that's exciting and not to run just to anything. There's that too, yeah. Shayla?
I understand it can be hard to like run away from the crowd when they're doing something that sounds like so amazing.
Yes.
Like my dad, it was like this big event at this camp place, and it was sunset time, so it was Sabbath, and we were all just hanging out, talking with our friends and stuff. And then he pulled us aside and said, "Look, we have to have worship at home. We would have worship by now, so I would like us to do it right now." It was hard, but we had to learn that, look, even when we're outside of the home or inside, we still have to make sure that we do what is right.
Perfect. Do you have anything to share this time, Nathaniel? Next time you'll share something with us. What is it that you have to break away from? I do pray that the Lord will help you to step away and not to be conformed by the world, but to let Jesus renew your mind. But that's it from us today. Remember to like, to share, to subscribe, to share it with all of your friends at school. Tell them about it so that you too can be a missionary for Jesus. But that's it for us today. Bye.